Hey girl, if you're afraid of raising your prices and they're lower than other people, it's probably not strategy, it's survival. Because undercharging isn't always about what the market will pay, it's about what you believe you deserve. You keep giving discounts and then you feel guilty when you raise your rates. You over deliver and you do this so no one feels disappointed. And deep down, you still wonder if you're too much for charging your worth. That's not you being humble. That's not humility. That's programming. That's a trauma response. And babe, it's not your truth. If love in childhood was conditional, if you were praised for what you did, not who you were, your nervous system learned I only deserve good if I earn them. So now you keep earning, you keep proving, and you keep performing for others even when you've already done the damn work. That's not abundance, that's self abandonment. And here's the thing, you're probably doing this in your relationships too. Growing up, you learned that you need to always be doing in order for you to receive. So if you weren't doing something, then you got no positive reinforcement, you got no praise. Or you weren't paid attention to unless you were doing something they liked. And so because of that, now you're doing the same thing. You have the same pattern as an adult. In your relationships, you are not asking for what you want. You are not speaking up for yourself, and you are thinking that either you're being too much or you don't want to ask for too much, because that's the same thing you used to do as a child. And how does that show up? What does that look like? That means that you are probably paying all the bills. You probably are the person that is regulating this person. You are the one who calms them down when they're the ones who made the mistake. They're the ones who are acting fucking buck wild. When they get crazy, you're the one who's calming them when they're the ones who made the mistake, when they're the ones who are getting out of control. You're also not talking about these problems with anyone because you're shameful. You're either ashamed of them and their behavior, or you're embarrassed of them and their behavior. But you so badly don't want to lose them, so you don't say anything. You keep it to yourself. Let's say you guys broke up, right? Now you are still carrying some of that guilt. You haven't forgiven yourself for not knowing any better and for wanting to be loved. You still haven't forgiven yourself for giving too much in that relationship. And it's no wonder that you do that within your business as well. That's why you're afraid to raise your prices, because you're afraid to lose them, just like the relationship. You're afraid to set boundaries within your business because that's what you do in a relationship. You're afraid to lose them. If I set a boundary, then I might lose this client, or I might lose this sale. And that leads to you holding resentments or living in fear. Same as the relationship. Maybe let's say you don't act like that in a relationship, right? In a relationship, you're completely different. You're probably really mean to them. And you've gotten to that place where you are not afraid to speak up for yourself. But in business, you're still not living according to your worth. You're still not asking for what you want. You still don't have those boundaries because you're afraid to lose. You're afraid that if you set the boundaries, if you ask for what you want, you're not going to get it and you're not going to get the sale. And again, that's not working from abundance or your true feminine power. That's self-abandonment. You are sacrificing yourself every single time. And I promise you, you don't have to. There is an easier way. Inside my 6-month coaching container, we don't just work on your offers. We heal the emotional root of your pricing. We regulate your nervous system to feel safe, charging what you're really worth so that receiving doesn't feel like a threat, so that boundaries don't feel like betrayal, and so that money doesn't feel like pressure. It feels like peace. If you're tired of not feeling valued in your business, of overgiving and doubting yourself, comment below the word worth or click the link to apply for my program. It's time to charge like you are the prize. No more fear in the background. You're not too expensive. You're not asking for too much. You're finally remembering your value. And I'm here to help you rise in it.